Hello, truth seekers, and welcome back to our channel, where we dig deep to uncover what's really going on behind the dazzling facade of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Welcome back, intellectual people, to our high-rolling channel, where we are once again, with a royal bombshell that is sure to have pretend Princess Pinocchio screaming in her delusional, scratchy vocal fry. We're talking about a Game of Thrones level, unprecedented team-up that could finally spell the long-overdue final demise for Meghan and Harry's pathetic reign of delusion. That's right, the gloves are off, and the heaviest hitters in the monarchy are suiting up for the final knockdown blow. The unstoppable wave of aristocratic might is facing the Duke and Duchess of Defamation, as it combines in the supreme talents of King Charles himself, his ride-or-die sister, Princess Anne, and even Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, in a powerhouse trio set to take concrete and conclusive action to restore the dignity of the crown and end the chaotic saga that has plagued the royal family for far too long. But before we delve into these stormy waters of revelation, should you not have done so before, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because you won't want to miss a minute of the explosive content we have coming up for you in this one. Let's get deeper into this dramatic showdown. This is the Avengers-level deceit of pure uncut royalty that for so long Meghan's truth nuancy has been gasping for ever since her unearned Duchess credentials started losing their luster. What I mean is, it's a genuine dream team of power players, who a deceiver with more balls than even the most audacious fat-suit-wearing sociopath would even think to try and slip one past. A truly wonderful trio, an ever-so-traditional King Charles, firm and seasoned by years of experience, his steely resolve further inflamed in the presence of the overbearing Princess Anne, known for her no-nonsense and total loyalty. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak provides the political astuteness and strategic thinking to really put the cream on the top of this royal alliance, providing that extra layer of vindictive, Machiavellian cunning. They make it a locked shield, a coalition against the truth about Harry and Meghan and their whole charade, just too much for the public to take at this point, with all its drama and mud wrestling. The stakes have never been higher, and the tension is palpable. Is this royal alliance standing to restore order and bring an end to the chaos, or will Harry and Meghan manage to find a way to outmaneuver this formidable force? Only time will tell, yet one thing is true, the battle for the truth is far from over. Now, what really set Charles off in his crusade against these two absurdities, from my insider palace sources, was the disastrous foray Harry made into the world of attempting an official royal tour in Nigeria. It wasn't only so badly thought out, it was executed. The publicity stunt, which he had organized at the side of his vigilante wife, was nothing short of a disaster. Oh, by the way, that's the same tour where they accepted tacky honorifics from local tribe leaders who clearly didn't get the memo that these two have become international pariahs. And that was the final straw for Charles. Just his rogue son and his perpetually persecuted daughter-in-law trying to LARP as working royals was a morsel too sickening for the new king. He has gotten it up to his grizzled hairline with the ever-rotating cycle of manufactured mistreatment coming off of that California-based duo. Their behavior has seemed better suited to a Lifetime movie plot than the kind of dignified conduct which is the cornerstone of royal family membership. But the king didn't decide to take the high road this time. Rather than simply ignore their pitiful sideshow tour, which he easily could have decided to do, King Charles decided to go with a more pronounced, incredible step. He has gone nuclear, literally taking a Thanos-like snap and erasing Harry and Meghan from every part of the monarchy he can think of. Now, this new edict is supposed to be the ultimate, final solution to their never-ending delusions of grandeur and their disruptive influence on the royal institution. And look who's going along for the ride with King Charles on this final sting, none other than the rough-and-tumble Princess Anne, fresh from adding another royal brooch to her glittering collection and ready to add her weight to the cause, and even the heavyweight Prime Minister is being looped into this effort. Imagine all that institutional firepower unleashed against you. That up until now, the extremity of the situation underlines how far King Charles is now stepping out into the breach. It's the might of the royal family and the government, joined hand in glove, that lays bare the gravity of the steps being undertaken to ward off such antics as Harry and Meghan have dished out. Their secret machinations to undermine the monarchy and develop their brand of woke royalty have fitfully boomeranged, leaving them essentially no other option but permanent exile from the royal cocoon. It is this that the public, the press, and every other vested interest will be watching as the drama unfolds. But one thing is common and clear to all: King Charles's resolve to do whatever it will take to protect the monarchy from further damage. This is all new ground being broken, a story where the legacy of regal power sets strong boundaries for misbehavior, and transgressors are given the full might of the crown's power. Meghan ought to down those Chardonnay martinis en masse as she ponders the prospect. Just think of the strategy coming together in those paneled chambers of power that we'll never get to see. King Charles III laid out beside the Prime Minister on some family maps, each one silently pledging that the interminable treachery of his very own flesh and blood has gone finally too far to be borne. The pallor in the decision is unmistakable, the tension dripping from the room's walls. Princess Anne, always the capable and steely-eyed royal, lets a little smirk escape her lips before speaking the hardest truth of all. "I think it's time we viewed the American threat to the crown once and for all, brother." Her words are conveyed, a bitter testament to the sense of betrayal. The room gets smaller with the echoes of history surrounding them, the truth of her statement shimmering to the surface. And so, the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, rose to his feet to deliver the final battle cry, clearing his throat before he began. "Your Majesties, the full and entire inquisitional powers of Parliament will be risen against you to rip out any last vestige of privilege and hereditary alliance the Sussex sinister junta would dare to cling to." His words are spoken quietly but carry the weight of the nation's resolve. The room, once somber, now brims with a renewed sense of purpose. No more will our great custodians of culture allow these usurping, hostage-holding criminals to have of late partitioned, parceled, and even stolen the very flesh of the Commonwealth for carnal thrones and baseless lies. They cry for justice. The sentiment is shared by all in attendance, their faces set with determination. The ancient walls of the chamber seem to reverberate with the collective will of those within. At which point, I'm sure they'll all knock back some ancestral brew and get to planning the utter defamation of Meghan's entire personal brand straight out of the Lannister playbook. The clinking of glasses would signal not just a toast, but a pact to protect the crown at all costs. Each sip a vow, each plan a strategic move in a high-stakes game where the honor of the monarchy is at risk. In days to come, the machinery of state and tradition will move with brutal, relentless precision. The public, ever watchful, will see only the polished surface of what transpires, utterly unaware of the dark, intricate web of strategies woven behind those closed doors. The tabloids will buzz, the rumor mills churn, but the true narrative will remain the guarded secret of those in power. And, as long evening shadows will gleam upon those ancient stones from yonder palace, so shall stern will cast them. No stone shall be left unturned in the fight to defend the crown, and no challenge too great to be surmounted. Meanwhile, Meghan will be in the eye of that storm, a to-do that could rival, nay surpass, the great tales of betrayal and loyalty ever told. That's the full obliteration of any last vestige of their HRH status, a total wipeout of any kind of lingering duke and duchess titles they held, and heck, if needs be at the endgame, perhaps even the crown-sanctioned end of their sacred marriage. After all, what's a little Meghanized infidelity or a pressed-into-service divorce in comparison to this greater good of putting back the full, gaudy dignity into the House of Windsor? If these residual masters have really determined that the only way to cut away the cancerous growth that is Harry and Meghan is to tear down the entire edifice of their sham of a marriage, they will do whatever it takes to extricate them. And they may use every tool at their disposal, from the most delicate of pressures to the most overt of legal maneuvers, to make sure that these once honored titles and privileges are taken away in no uncertain terms. The stakes are high. For the monarchy, it's not just about a couple of individuals but about preserving centuries-old traditions and the sanctity of the institution itself. If the narrative demands painting Harry and Meghan as the ultimate antagonists, then so be it. The House of Windsor's reputation is paramount, and any threat to its grandeur must be dealt with decisively. So, what do you think about this showdown, which is set up royally? Does it really stretch up to that much of a scale? Do you think the royal family will really go to this extent to safeguard their legacy? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments and what you feel about it. Until next time, stay tuned for more shocking stories and scandalous revelations. We invite you to follow us on our YouTube channel, where we delve into the intrigues of the royal family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and you will be updated on what is new in the world of the royals. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again with another exciting news episode about the royal family. Bye for now.